Right, let's talk VHF today. So I said in the previous video I wanted to put a VHF mast up here. I've taken this mast from the terminated inverted U antenna experiment, taken the wire off of that, and I've put a Diamond X50N on the top of it, which is a dual band collinear, does VHF and UHF, so 2 meters and 70 sems. I've extended it slightly, so I put a 3 meter extension on the top, so the mast is now 9 meters tall. And like I said, I've got the collinear on the top, and my feeder cable is quite thick, heavy duty, low loss Westflex 103. Now normally what I'd do is I'd take the feeder cable from the mast here and I'd connect RG213 into the caravan. I've gone and left my RG213 cables at home, so I've ended up using RG58 on this, which is not the best because it's quite lossy at VHF, and it's probably actually slightly ironic because about 2 hours ago I made a video basically saying don't use RG58 on VHF because of the losses, so I really ought to take a piece of my own advice, but whatever, we have to make do with what we've got. But the good thing about VHF is it's relatively cheap compared to HF to get into. HF radios tend to be quite expensive, whereas a lot of beginners, newcomers to the hobby, will start off with a VHF UHF handheld, and you don't need flash radios to do what I'm going to do tonight. In about an hour, just over an hour from now, there's a local club net here which I'm going to call in, and I'm pretty certain I'm going to get rock solid signals from most, if not all, the stations. And I can do that with, in a lot of cases, I would just use a handheld, and you can get adapters to take the rubber antenna off and get an adapter to just put your handheld straight into the PL259, and that'll give you 4 watts. You can drop the power down, and with VHF you don't need an awful lot of power. It's amazing the number of people that get their rigs and run them at the full 50 watts that the rigs will put out. Absolutely pointless. In most cases you can get by with QRP settings of 5 watts or so. I rarely run my rig above 10, maybe 15 watts. On VHF there's just no need. What I'm going to use tonight is an old Yaesu rig, which is this one, and I'll give you an up close with the other camera. It's a FT290, it's quite an old rig, probably about 70s. It's a low power portable rig. Well, I call it portable. It's quite big by today's standards, but it was sold as a portable rig back in the 70s, and that has 2 power settings. That has low power, which is 1/2 watt, and high power, which is 2.5 watts, and I'm thinking I'm going to be able to get into that net on 2.5 watts. Now I don't know how much of it will actually show or film, because you know, privacy, it's not really fair to film other people's nets and then broadcast it all over YouTube, but we'll probably get a couple of clips and just to give you an idea of the signal strength. But with a 9 meter mast, which is pretty average, that's the sort of thing most people would be able to relatively easily put on the roof of their house if they got a 2-story house. I'm reckoning I'm going to get fairly good signals into the net. Most stations aren't going to be more than about maybe 5-10 miles away as the crow flies, so fingers crossed. We'll wait till the net starts in about an hour and see how it goes. Anyway, like I say, just running a Diamond X50N collinear, about 9 meters off the ground, and 2.5 watts from a Yaesu FT290. So we're in this slightly strange situation where the rig is older than the operator.
And James is 5 and 9 plus 20. I'm not sure exactly where James is, and he's obviously not that far away, but a nice signal from him in any case.
Yes, on the signal report side, everybody is 5 and 9 plus 20. My meter only goes up to plus 20 dB on this this other PR751E that I've got here, and that includes James. Very strong signal into me. Shows what you can do with a couple of watts, doesn't it? So yeah, very strong signal.
From M0 GQC Portable. Okay, I'll just quickly run down the list of signal reports. Everyone is 5.9 plus on the main base antenna, which hardly surprising given the short distance and the fact the antenna is about 9 meters in the air, even with low power. Also got a handheld on the go here, just on the side. So I was checking signals on the side. Dave, you're just about breaking the squelch on the handheld, so it would be a difficult copy. 3 and 2 on the handheld. Peter and Trevor, you're both 5.9 plus on the handheld, which is just the standard stock rubber antenna, and Phil, you're only just opening the squelch occasionally, but unreadable on the handheld. But like I say, on the base antenna, everyone's good, strong 5.9. Well, off the top of the S meter is end stop. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, please click the thumbs up button. It lets me know that I'm heading in the right direction with the channel and gives me the confidence to keep doing what I'm doing. Don't forget to click the subscribe and also the bell button to be notified when I upload new content. If you don't like what I'm doing, feel free to click the thumbs down button. Just tell me why in the comments below. I welcome your feedback, and constructive criticism will help me to improve the channel. Take care, and I hope you will catch me in the next video.